Alright, I'm about to paint the 747 its first color. This thing's doing, here it is all taped up. Yeah, big poofy thing on the tail. This thing's getting 3 colors of paint. Okay. First, it's getting a Rust-Oleum product. I know from personal experience that other paints don't stick to that Rust-Oleum paint. So I gotta be very, very careful about this tape job and where this paint goes, because any overspray has to be sanded off. Happy thought though is any overspray with the other paints will come right off. I won't have problems getting it off the Rust-Oleum paint. So there's not gonna be any problems there, alright? Now, as you saw with the Space Shuttle, the spraying it again with the same color coat did help seal up the tape. I'm not doing that on this time. What I'm going to do instead, and this is something I've done before, the spraying with the same color coat before was something I read on the internet and saw in a video. What I'm doing is I'm taking some masking fluid and I'm going to paint this on all of the tape. That will seal the tape, and this is what I have done before. So we're going to see a couple of different iterations of this. Alright? And I'll be back with the results. 747 back from its first color of paint. I'm going to pull the tape off and see what happened. This is always the part that gives me a little like feeling, because, well, either it screwed up or it didn't, and you don't know until you pull it off. So either you're going to be really happy or you're going to be like, damn, I got to fix some nasty crap. So let's find out what happened. Oh, before I do that, Space Shuttle, zoom in a teeny bit here. Oop, wrong way. Fixed a lot of my paint mistakes. I'm not quite done fixing that. I'll have that fixed pretty soon. I screwed up the top of the tail real bad, but I'll fix that. That's going to be easy to fix. But I fixed most of the paint mistakes with the Space Shuttle. So she is almost ready for the clear coat. I got to put about another 25, 30, maybe 40 minutes into this, and this thing will be ready for the clear coat. So I'm almost done with the Space Shuttle. That's a happy thought. So let's get to the 747 and let's see what happened. I'm not going to film this in real time. All I am is pulling tape off. Okay, so I'll just come back as soon as I've got the tape pulled. I'm not done taping. I lied a little bit. I wanted to show you guys something in the middle of the taping. I mean untaping. That I forgot to show when I taped her. So let me zoom in a teeny bit. Okay. See those red humps on the top of the 747? There are little plastic antennas underneath them. What I did, and it survived intact like I'd hoped, what I did with this is I took a piece of straw, drinking straw. I cut it, put it over the little plastic antenna and taped it up so that I wouldn't break that little antenna while I'm painting. Just wanted to show you guys that little trick, tip, whatever you want to call it. Most of you probably could have figured out to do that. I don't know. But you know, what I think I'm attracting with my videos are a bunch of people who are getting back into the hobby after having not built a model in a long time. Okay, they're in the same position I was in about a year ago. So I want to just share everything. It helps those people figure out what to do. And a lot of you pros who watch me, sometimes I wonder why you guys watch me. I don't know. But you would already know how to do that. So just rambling. I'll be back in a bit. I've got her done. Only a couple of disappointing spots. This wasn't too bad. Alright. And I'm going to point them out to you real quick. Let me zoom in some. Okay, this is going to be tricky because of lighting. But anyhow, bad spots right here. Yeah, you can see it. Paint got under the tape right there. But for most of the wing root, paint did not get under the tape on the wing root. On the underside, it got under the tape right along this edge here a little bit. And it really didn't do too bad on this edge here. Okay? Now, there are a couple of bad spots. You can see it right here. Somehow there got to be a few divots in the paint. I didn't use any metal tools to pull the tape off, just my fingernails. So, I don't know how that happened. My fingernails are not hard enough to dig into it like that. This paint's cured for a couple of days first. The bad spots where the tape pulled up poorly is along this engine nacelle right here, or pylon, and along this one here. I don't know if you guys can see that in the video very well. Yeah, you can see it from that angle. What I'm going to have to do is hit that with some sandpaper, and then I'm going to spray some of this paint from a rattle can, because this is rattle can paint. I'm going to spray some of it from the paint can onto a brush and see if I can correct that. And it didn't happen too bad on these other pylons, just those two on that side, I'm pretty sure. Oh no, this one's pretty bad over here too. You can see it in the reflections. Okay, so what I'm going to do is see if I can fix those up a little bit. Fortunately for me, all that bad spots happened in low visibility places. So, you know, unless a pro model builder comes in and picks this thing up and looks at it, they'd never know that really happened. But the bad part also is this paint, I don't think the Tamiya paint's going to stick to it at all. Okay? It's, I don't know what it is. It's just acrylic paints won't stick to it. So I've got to get that overspray off that wing root on the body, and I'm going to sand those spots down where the pylons match the wings and see if I can repair them. But other than that, that came out fairly well. What I have left to do next is I gotta put the windshield back in her. You saw in an earlier segment where I fixed the windshield. I'm gonna glue the windshield back in here, mask it, and then the bottom half of the model gets painted in like a light gray. Top half of the model is white. So once I get that in there, I'm gonna mask, I'm gonna paint. Once that masking and painting's done, clear coat, decals, and then it is time to talk about a stand. I have some ideas for a stand. We'll see if I can pan them out. Okay? So, thanks for watching. See you in the next segment.
Well, you can kind of see it there. We have snowage. Well, for what passes for snow in South Texas anyhow. You know, you can't really see nothing because this is not a low light camera. But there is snow out here. Yeah, it's complaining. Oh, my storage card is full.